Hey everyone, Zoran here from Hot Property Buyers Agency. I want to do a quick video to show you what I believe in a visual representation we're experiencing right now in the Brisbane property market. So if you've been out in the market and you haven't been under a rock, you would know that right now we're seeing dramatic price growth and buyer demand in most suburbs of Brisbane. A lot of clients keep asking me, what do I think is fueling it? Is it a bubble? All these type of questions that clients have. And let me try and cover off one of those for you now. So, are we seeing price growth that's unsustainable, or are we seeing a bubble? The answer, in my opinion, is no. We're seeing a correction in the market and growth in the market that we've missed out on for several years. Let me explain. So, growth in any property market is never perfectly linear. It doesn't just happen. So if we think about this as value and this is time, we don't see that perfect line. We see that it would ebb and flow, ebb and flow. And these are the different cycles: top of the market, bottom of the market. So, already you can see that the top of one market is the bottom of the next cycle. So that's something to keep in mind if you're a long-term investor. So right now we would be in this sort of climbing phase right here in a rising market, more buyers than sellers, that type of experience, multiple offer situations, low time on market. All of these things are what we would experience in this time when the prices are rising. The biggest question everyone has is A, how long is this going to last for? And B, what's going to happen afterwards? So, in my opinion, Brisbane's growth, what we're seeing right now is basically, I actually think we're somewhere in here. And I'm very strategically drawing there for a reason. If this is the linear growth, Brisbane has been undervalued for a long time. If anyone's purchased a property in Brisbane in the last 5 years, you've probably felt like it's just been taking a little bit longer to kickstart. But the growth we've seen in the last few months is really now just kickstarting it back up into that range. So, I've got an example from one of my clients. We purchased a property 5 years ago, and let's say that was here. We've ridden through this kind of flat duration of the flat end of the market, and now we've started to see this price rise. Maybe we didn't see completely flat, but we saw more conservative. Let's say this year-on-year growth is like a 5 or 6% annual year-on-year. We may have only seen 1 or 2% or 3%, and so we've sort of loitered around in this period here. And then all of a sudden we've seen arguably 10% growth in the last 6 months in the inner middle ring areas of Brisbane, and that quickly then takes up the slack and raises us up to where we should be. So we have a property in Coleridge Street that we recently assisted our clients to sell via our vendor advocacy service. The property achieved over 700,000, and when we averaged out the average annual capital growth, it was actually in line with what it should do. And that really showed me that this is a correction in the market and a sophistication of the Brisbane property market to bring it back into line of this linear growth than we should just be achieving anyway. So if you're out there buying, yes, you have to be careful of overpaying. Yes, you have to be careful in this market not to buy the wrong property. But one thing I would say is be confident in your comparable sales. Use them with a grain of salt though, because you will find that a lot of the comparables you're looking at 3 to 6 months ago are out of date. You really need to sit back. I explained it earlier today to a friend of mine. It's like when you're looking at artwork. If you get up real and close, all you see is little granular bits and pieces and you don't see the full picture. You need to step back. You need to have a full image of the whole picture to understand where the market is. And that's exactly what you need to do in this market to be realistic, to be able to purchase a property and be able to secure a property. And as I said earlier on, don't be afraid to get into the market right now, because as the market cycles, the peak of one market cycle is the bottom of the next market cycle. Enjoy, guys. Hope you have fun out there purchasing property. If you need any assistance, give myself and the team a call, 3170 3760.